Here's a tour of a speed graphic camera that I've posted on eBay. There's a lot to it, a complete kit of all kinds of accessories and books and parts. So let's see what we have here. This is a speed graphic camera in excellent condition. It was bought by my father back in the 40s, and he took very good care of it. Everything appears to work. I'm going to cock the shutter and get ready. This is going to flash. Got a whole bunch of filters. Filters are kind of dirty, but they're all in good condition except some of them that are, a couple of the Polaroid ones are delaminating, but those are listed. Graphic film pack adapter. Got 3 of the kinematic film magazines that you could load up to 10 sheets of film in each one, and then just change the film by pulling out a drawer and closing it. I've got a Time-O-Lite industrial timer. This was for darkroom use. It doesn't even look like it's been used. I tested it and it worked perfectly. And then a couple little other darkroom supplies, a film reel. This is a hard case made specifically for this camera. It's felt lined in good condition, leather on the outside. There is a little wear on the corners, as you'd expect of something that's old. The leather strap is still soft and pliable. It is a tad dry because it is, what, 60, 70 years old. I frankly would not lift the case by that because it may break. And then there's a D-ring on the side here, and as you can see, the leather is kind of dry there. Has 2 books from the 50s by Kodak. The 2 manuals. This is this one that came with the camera, the Speed Graphic Manual. And this is one that came with the Flash Complex, plus various other little guides and some other typewritten guides that my father created for his own use. This is a film loading bag. You could actually load the film inside this bag and keep it from being exposed. And then another lens here. This is the, I believe it's the original lens that came with the camera. Let's see if I can cock it. There we go. And it's set to about 1 second. Okay, this particular lens, I don't think the I don't think the inside timing mechanism isn't quite working quite right, because it's set now on bulb, and you can see it just open and closes quickly. I think there is an issue there, and the timer, the delay, you have to, when you set the delay, it doesn't work as it should. It should delay the opening of the shutter, but it doesn't seem to work properly. So you can just quickly releases. This is a woolen sack. I believe this lens was used for his darkroom work. It does not go on the camera. And as you can see, it has two flashes. I think that my dad added this second flash unit. They're linked with cords here. The rubber on these cords is kind of brittle, not terribly brittle, but kind of brittle. If I was to bend that in a U, I think the rubber coating would break, so I'm not going to do that. But as of now, there are no breaks or cuts in the rubber. This cord here is a little softer. It's a little more flexible. This hooks up to the Highland servo, which is there and appears to be working properly. It has a CalArt synchronized rangefinder. When you look through it from the back, the lens is clear, but it can't film it through here. It's not going to come out, but it's clear, but you can see that a little bit of haze, like dusty, like it's old. It needs to be cleaned and serviced. Same with the viewfinder. There is a slight little, looks like a, I don't know if I can picture it, but in this corner here, there's a little, like a chipped area about 3/6 of an inch on the corner. It's not all the way through, but just like a little piece of the inner glass chipped away. A little rangefinder's there. I mean, the little, not rangefinder. Let me pull this up. The wire ring. That all works properly. You can see on one of the Highland Research flash lenses, or flash reflectors I should say, you see the finish is popped off on a spot there. The rest of it looks okay. One little tiny scratch right here. This camera's in remarkable shape for how old it is. Alright, I've taken off the flashes and the reflectors. I'm going to try and show you some close-ups. First of the lens. This is the number 3 Ektar Supermatic, or I'm sorry, Kodak Supermatic. It's got the Ektar lens. Okay, here's the Kodak number 3 Supermatic lens. This is the lens that appears to be working really good. I'm just going to real quick take a good look at it there. Unfortunately, this camera does not, on video form, does not get real high focus, real quality focus. Let me cock it. It's set on the time mode right now, so I'm going to trigger the shutter. You can see it opens. The lens is clear. No delamination, no bubbles. Push it again. In fact, let me work the aperture first, show you that. There's the aperture. That seems to be all working fine. And I'll close the shutter. Okay, I'm going to cock the shutter. I'm going to move the delay switch over. And there it goes. Close the shutter. Alright, I've closed the rear shutter. I'm going to try opening it. There we go. So it's functioning. Alright, let's see if I can get a close-up video of the bellows. Again, there is no cracks. Looks to be in good shape. I inspected it more closely than this video obviously can cover, but I don't see any cracks or tears or anything in the bellows. Alright, I got the camera set up on a box with the lens removed. I've got a 200 lumen LED flashlight here. I'm going to zoom inside the bellows. Okay, and I'm going to hit the outside of it with this 200 lumen light and see if I can detect any light leaks. And I don't see any. They're going all the way around the bellows. I don't see any leaks. The back of the bellows. Underneath the bellows. Don't see any light leaks. I'm going to go to the back of the camera. Shining directly at the back of the camera around the edges. I don't see any light coming through. So I believe it to be light tight. Alright, here's the back of the camera. I'm going to open the little door. Spring works fine. The fabric is flexible. It's obviously a little more brittle than it probably used to be, but it's still flexible. You can see on this side it didn't tear, but it came out from underneath the little metal band here. So I'm not going to try and repair that. I'm going to let someone who's an aficionado, the camera collector who buys this, work on that. But it goes down fine, it latches fine. Alright, I got a number 2A filter, a series 7. It's a yellow, and I think you can kind of see how dirty it is. And you can see it there. Got it up against this light. Now I'm just going to clean it with a little lens cloth and a lens cleaner, a lens solution, and see how it comes out. Alright, as I think you can see, this cleaned up quite nicely. And all that haze and stuff came off of it. Looks really good. Alright, the last step, let's put it away back in its case. Like so. And the battery holders goes here. Snaps into place. That's it. That's the speed graphic camera.